My staff member has resigned.
Thank you. Mr. Bilicki,
Chair, I also have questions.
sorry, Senator Ryan, just to confirm.
To the Minister.
Yes.
Minister, you said I have full faith in my staff. Considering a staff person has come to you and explained what has happened, do you have full faith in your staff? Have you questioned your staff? How are you going ahead making such statements when you've got one staff who's now gone? How do you know that other staff didn't do it as well?
I have sought assurances from my staff and
so
one
have you
staff
questioned
member,
all your staff?
Sorry, Senator Ryan, let
one
Minister
staff
answer.
member has come forward and advised as I have stated. He has resigned.
You initially said that one staff person approached you. Are you now saying that you have questioned all your staff?
I have questioned all relevant staff, yes.
Or relevant staff? What does relevant staff mean?
Well, I haven't spoken to the DLOs.
Well, considering you've built a career online and there's been 5 lies tonight...
outrageous.
Senator Rhiannon, that is highly inappropriate to say to the Minister.
So could you
Point
explain...
of order, Chair.
Yeah,
Point of order. That should be withdrawn. Senator Rhiannon said that the Minister has built a career on lying. That is an outrageous personal slur and attack. And frankly, Senator Rhiannon, not something I've typically heard from you and unlike you, and I think it should be withdrawn.
Senator Rhiannon, would you withdraw that accusation?
I will
and rephrase.
I withdraw the accusation. I ask the Minister to explain the situation with her staff, considering 5 times she answered a question very specifically, and now she comes with a very different explanation of how she was conducting herself earlier.
Senator Rhiannon, that was my knowledge at the time. During the dinner break, I have spoken with staff and I have been advised, as I stated, that without my knowledge, one staff member in my office, in the course of discussions with journalists, indicated that he had received information that a raid may take place. I am advised that this information came from a media source. I was not aware of it at the time and was not aware of it earlier today in estimates.
We're all jumping in to speak, but again, we've agreed we'll just do it one by one. So Senator Kitching had the call, now Senator Rhiannon has the call.
Thank you. Minister, with respect to the staff person who came forward to speak to you, at what time did the staff person receive this information?
I have not been able to ascertain that. He said it was yesterday afternoon.
So is that a question you're going to put to them tomorrow?
As I've said, I will be sitting down with my staff member
Will you put
tomorrow.
that question to them tomorrow?
I will be discussing the matter with my staff member tomorrow.
What position did they hold in your office?
It was a senior media advisor.
How long have they worked in your office?
I would need to take that on notice to find out how long he'd worked there.
Who did they report to?
Well, myself.
So they reported to you?
Yeah, or the Chief of Staff.
Let's be accurate. Did they report to you or the Chief of Staff?
Well, they report to the Chief of Staff and to myself.
So have you had direct dealings with this staff member in the past week?
Yes.
Today, before this broke, you had direct dealings with them today?
In relation to media issues, yes.
And with regard to this issue?
And with regard, well, what issue were you talking about?
Well, with regard to the issue about the raid on the Australian Workers Union.
Yes, he had media queries for me to respond to, yes.
Are you going to conduct an investigation of your whole office and your department with regard to how this incident has unfolded?
As I've said, I've only just been made aware during the dinner break of my staff members' conduct. I will consider further investigation in due course.
Minister, given...
Senator Cameron.
Yeah,
Senator Cameron. Senator Rhiannon has the call.
Okay. So I thought you finished.
Are you aware that this evening Andrew Bolt has said, I have to say, this now seems part of a disturbing pattern of the Liberals under both Tony Abbott and Malcolm Turnbull to use state power against a political enemy?
No, I am not.
You're not aware of that? You're not aware of that comment?
No, I'm not. I'm sitting in Senate estimates. I'm not watching the television, Senator Rhiannon.
Well, it was before Senate estimates, so he's talking about overreach there. Is that a term you would use to describe what's gone on here?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm sure once the Rock is able to be questioned tonight, the Commissioner will be able to explain why this is so important. At the end of the day, there are still very serious questions to be answered by Mr Shorten in relation
you've
to
got-
the donation.
Senators,
Stop digging.
Senators,
Stop digging.
Senators, if you keep doing this,
doesn't-
we'll have another
in your
private meeting.
statement,
Senator
you've
Rhiannon
just-
has the call.
Minister, just in that statement then, you've again revealed how political it is. The only issues that you're pursuing is about the Leader of the Opposition. There's all the other
take some
donations, there's all the other
Senator Watt.
years. I mean, you've just nailed it yourself, that it's a political attack.
Yeah, so,
So can you answer that? I mean, why just Mr Shorten? You're the one who has put it out there.
Senator Rhiannon, is there a question there?
Yeah, there is.
Because you've always got the opportunity to go out and make media statements outside, but please
it's not
ask
about a media
questions.
statement. It's
Ms.
about
Foran.
trying to understand, which is an incredibly serious attack on civil society, and the situation is highly political. The Minister has just nailed it herself, and I'm just asking the question, why is it just about pursuing donations linked with Mr Shorten when there's so many other aspects of the AWU's work with regard to political donations?
Well, Senator Rhiannon, I don't determine what is investigated. That is a question that you'll have to put to the Registered Organisations Commission. The Registered Organisations Commission makes their own determinations. You'll need to put that
But
question to
isn't
them.
it the case you've supported what they've done, what you've supported, like you just spoke about it, just about Mr Shorten, nothing else?
Again, you will need to ask questions of the Registered Organisations Commission as to how they determine what to investigate.
What are you doing to secure the phone and email of the staff members so there can't be a cover-up?
As I've already stated, I will be speaking with my staff member tomorrow.
So that means between now, when the staff person walks out the door, have they left all their equipment behind? Who's looking
Again,
after
I
that
will be sitting
equipment?
down with my staff member tomorrow.
I mean, shouldn't you have secured that equipment immediately? Text
Again,
messages,
I will be
records of
sitting
phone
down
calls.
with my
emails.
staff member tomorrow.
Senator Rhiannon, you are now asking questions and you're not giving the Minister an opportunity to answer the questions. But, Senator, what I would remind all senators here is that the Minister provided advice earlier on today. She subsequently, during the dinner break, found out that not to be correct. She's come and corrected the record. Now, given that the Minister is in the room with us, it's in terms of what she does next, she said that she'll take action, but it is unreasonable to actually ask her and hypothesise what she might do tomorrow or even tonight because she's here. She can't be in two places at once. So if there's any more questions
yeah,
on
I've
the
got questions.
I thought I'd
so,
just
so
ask
if
this
we could,
question
if we
again.
could just in that context ask the Minister questions about her statement this evening. There will be plenty of other opportunities once the Minister has had an opportunity to get out of estimates to deal with this issue, to come back with further questions in terms of how it has subsequently been dealt with.
I will ask this question because it is clearly relevant, and I think it's fair that the Minister does answer it. Considering that the staff person has resigned, in this day and age so much of our work goes on various electronic platforms, where is that person's equipment at the moment? And has
Will
it
be
been...
in the office,
No, I haven't
Senator
finished my
Rhiannon.
question, Chair. And what has been done to secure so it cannot be tampered with?
Again, I will be discussing this matter with my staff member tomorrow.
Might need
So
to be
what
a
we
raid on your
conclude
office.
from that is nothing has been done to secure the equipment.
Senator Rhiannon, I don't think, Senator, you asked that same question 3 times, and again I'd point out that the Minister has come straight here. Even Senator Cash can't be in two places at once. Asking the same question over and over again about what she may or may not do, given that she's actually here, would be a question perhaps for a later day once the Minister has had an opportunity to action this.
Thank you, Chair. I'll pass back to my colleagues.
Okay,
Thank you.
so, Minister,